This is Brittany Slays from Unleash the Archers.
Hey guys, this is Thomas from Camelot.
This is Zoe from Insatiate.
This is Tony from Son of the Arctica.
Hi, this is Charlotte from Delane, and you are listening to the Great Metal Debate Podcast.
The souls of the afterlife and maybe it's not only awakening we exhume. The souls of the afterlife and maybe it's not only awakening.
Hide your eyes from the light metal fans, because we have vocalist Heather Michele of Graveshadow back on the podcast. Heather, thank you for joining us once again on the Great Metal Debate.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's great to be back.
Well, we're talking to you from Atlanta, Georgia, before Graveshadow performs at the Masquerade as part of your tour of the Eastern U.S. with Anvil and Night Demon. Now, you guys are from Sacramento, California. What's it like playing out in the East for the first time?
It has been, it's been cold, but it's been really great. So far, we've had a really great reception from pretty much all the shows, and everyone just seems really accepting and supportive, so it's been great, and we know we already want to come back, so.
Following you guys on social media, it looks like you've been able to do some sightseeing on days off?
Yeah, it's been really cool. We went to go see Arlington Cemetery. We went and looked at a bunch of, there's like a park that has a bunch of, like a World War II memorial, and we did a lot of stuff in Washington, D.C.
The mall, that's all. I mean, you could spend weeks out there.
I know, right? Yeah, we spent a few hours out there, and that was a really great time. We also visited Wilmington. It was one of the first cities ever colonized or something, so that was all really cool.
Now, when we last spoke about 15 months ago, Graveshadow's debut album, Nocturnal Resurrection, was just about to be released. What has life been like for you guys since then?
It's been the same, and it's also been bigger. We've been getting more people at shows. We've been getting more people messaging our Facebook and liking it, and we've been getting just feedback from everywhere, even like remote random places of the world that we would like, how'd you get a hold of our CD? So that's pretty much how it's changed for me, at least.
Stepped up a notch from the release of the EP, just going another level?
Yes, definitely. It's definitely been bigger than that.
Now, a big part of the period since the release of Nocturnal Resurrection was participation on selected dates on the Anvil tour last year, a bill that included the incredible Unleash the Archers. What was that experience like?
That experience was really cool, especially because Brittany Slays is actually one of my top vocal idols, and just we happened to get on the same tour as they did, and it was amazing. It was getting to see one of my favorite singers perform every night, one of my favorite bands, and there are a bunch of great guys and girl, and it was an incredible experience, and I'd love to do it again sometime.
And being with the folks at Anvil as well?
Oh, yeah. Anvil, they are always so much fun to watch. They put on such a wonderful stage performance. They're all such friendly guys, and we love touring with them, as well as Night Demon. They're also here. They were on both tours as well, and it's great seeing them again on this one as well.
Have you all learned anything from the folks in Anvil as far as managing and performing the time out on the road?
We do just kind of chat back and forth about like, hey, how are you guys, doing this? And they do have slightly more experience than we do, and they definitely know the terrain a bit better. But we occasionally just kind of chat about. Yeah.
I was fascinated just watching their sound check, the level of professionalism. They want to get everything right for their show.
Oh yeah, and it's like that every night, and it's really respectable. Like every single night, they have to make sure that they can all hear each other, and it pays off. Every show is incredible, so they know what they're doing, definitely.
As the opening act on this tour, you all obviously aren't getting to play as many songs as you would if you were the headliner. How do you pick the songs to play, and how do you bring the intensity when it's just a few songs?
Well, I have to tell you, bringing the intensity isn't the hard part, because we only have a short amount of time to make the biggest impression that we can, so we just go all out for 30 minutes. And so that's the easy part. And as far as picking the songs, we pretty much just go by crowd reception, that like whatever we've noticed over the past, few years, like which songs are received the best.
There are some that work live and others that are really good songs, but they're just not as good in the live environment.
Exactly. And when you're on tour with bands like Night Demon and Anvil that have like a higher energy set, it's easier to pick, like, okay, let's pick some of our faster, higher energy songs as opposed to our slower ones and make just that much bigger of a punch.
Do you feel like you've been able to win over fans, maybe folks who came out expressly for Anvil and Night Demon on this tour, who might not even coming into the venue know who you are?
I've actually gotten to talk to quite a few people like that. It's been really neat. Like at every show, I invite everyone to, come by our merch booth. I'm going to be hanging out there. Come chat with me. I'd love to meet you. And there have been several times where people have said, I didn't even hear of you guys, and you guys put on a great show. We loved you. So that's been really, really cool.
I'm a huge fan of the symphonic gothic metal style, and most of that's European acts like Epica, Delay, Nightwish. I could go on and on, but there aren't that many bands in North America that do the gothic symphonic power metal thing. Does that present to you an opportunity, or is that also a challenge?
For the most part, it's an opportunity, because I do often get people saying, I haven't heard anything like you guys. And the first thing I think is, well, there's plenty out there. They're just all overseas. But I think in the U.S. especially, because there are so few, it's been more of an opportunity than anything.
And as far as that opportunity and thinking about fans of that type of music, a lot of whom are in Europe, do you have your sights set on going to Europe at any point?
Well, going to Europe would be incredible. I know that we all want to go. We would love to go. It's all a financial matter, and I'm sure that someday the more shows we play, the more we expand, we're going to make it over there, because we all want it, definitely.
I could see that being a great tour for you guys out there. Now, you all are currently playing as a 5-piece, where previously you had a 6-member, Valerie Hudak, on keyboards live. How does having the symphonic stuff played as a backing track affect the live performance?
Honestly, Valerie was an amazing performer and an amazing writer, and I feel like we all really worked well together on stage and in the studio. But with the addition of the backing tracks, we all have to have a click track in our ear, and so I feel like it's brought our performance to like a much tighter level. We're all on the same page. We all know where we're supposed to be. There's no rushing and slowing. It feels so much more tighter, and it's much easier to play within that for me.
Prior to this tour, you all had an issue with your tour with and reached out to fans for assistance. Can you tell us the story about how that happened and how fans responded?
So, with the window, yes. Okay, that was a very humbling experience. We played a show in Oakland, and we were getting gas after the show. We just played a great show in Oakland, and our guitarist Aaron says, "Hey guys, the window is missing," and one of the back windows was shattered, and it was shattered in a way that looked very intentional, like the glass was completely gone. Anyway, it honestly really brought a lot of us down, but I decided to kind of just take a shot, and I reached out to people on Facebook. Hey guys, this is our tour vehicle. If there's anything that you can do to help us out, it's a $450 expense, anything you can do. And within 2 hours, we had surpassed our goal by $100. And it was like, I'm kind of tearing up just thinking about it. Like, it was really humbling, and it was wonderful. We have so many amazing friends and family and fans, and we are so very thankful to them. And they they help get us where we are. So we owe a great debt of gratitude to them.
New window holding up these few hundred miles first part of the tour?
Oh, yes. No, the windows are holding up great, so their investment definitely paid off.
Well, starting to wrap up with you, Heather, after this run with Anvil and Night Demon is over, you'll have some selected dates, and what plans do you have moving forward in 2017?
In 2017, after the Anvil tour, we actually have like a run of 5 or 6 dates with Serenia and Arcona. That is really exciting. We weren't expecting to be able to jump onto something that huge, and we're really excited about that tour because it'll honestly be the first time that we've played with, aside from our friends in Redwood City, like they have a few symphonic metal bands, but will be the first time that we open for like a symphonic metal band, a female-fronted symphonic metal band. It's the same genre as us, and that does not happen very often. So that's the most exciting thing that we have as of right now. We did just sign a label deal with a label called M Theory, which means we will be putting out an album this year. So we have a new album in the works, and then hopefully another tour. If we can swing it, I love being out on the road, and I think everybody else does too. So we would love to do that later in the year as well, if all meshes together.
Man, that is so exciting. Arcona is amazing, so that's going to be a great series of dates. Very happy for you all. Finally, tonight, Heather, how can fans who want to support Graveshadow purchase music and merchandise, including your album, Nocturnal Resurrection, from the band?
So you can go to our website, www.graveshadow.com. Go to our store tab. That'll take you to our Bandcamp where you can buy our music, our merch, all of that. You can also find our music anywhere that you shop on music, Spotify, iTunes, whatever. We're out there.
And catch you guys on this current tour with Anvil and Night Demon or those dates with Arcona.
Yes, that is right. We would love to see you all out. I'd love to meet every single one of you.
Heather, I'm so excited to see you guys perform for the first time live tonight. It's going to be an awesome show, and I can't wait for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.